girls, and welcome to Bader Gymnasium here in Westwood, Massachusetts for tonight's MIAA Round of 32 volleyball match between the visiting Sharon Eagles and your Westwood Wolverines. Fans, if we could have your attention, please. Welcome to tonight's MIAA Girls Volleyball Tournament game. Participating student athletes, coaches, and contest officials have worked diligently to prepare for today's competition. Please show your appreciation by demonstrating good sportsmanship and respect for all in attendance. Please ensure your behavior reflects the values that should be identified with these student athletes. Assume responsibility for your behavior and that of those around you. If you require assistance, please call upon an MIAA school or security official. And now for tonight's starting lineups, beginning with visiting Sharon Eagles. Number 1, Willow Liu. Number 4, Sophia Sun. Number 5, Roni Sastia. Number 10, Lucy Leonardi. Number 11, Sasha Nierenberg. Number 13, Lucy Ward. And number 18, Audrey Woodland. Sharon's head coach is Matt LaLiberty. And now for your Westwood Wolverines. Number 1, a freshman, Lou Number 4, senior, Amy Number 16, senior, captain, Number 18, senior captain, Frankie Number 20, senior, Number 22, senior captain, Angela Holmesy. And number 24, junior, Lily. Westwood's head coach is J.C. Whalen. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, at this time, would you please rise and gentlemen remove your caps. Let us face the American flag as one. Let us honor America and those who fight and have fought to protect her. We honor her by singing along to our national anthem.
Good evening, Westwood, and welcome to Bader Gymnasium for Westwood Girls Playoff Volleyball. It's Division II playoffs, and the Wolverines be coming in at the number 5 seed, taking on the 28 seed in Sharon. Joined, as always, with Tom Lydon, Morgan Donahue here. Tom, how are you? Could you be any more excited for playoff matchup tonight, opening off the round of 32 for girls volleyball?
Very fitting that the calendar flipped over to November, because when you get to November, it's single elimination.
Yes.
Every single play, every single set, every single decision matters.
Yes.
And this team's prepared. This team can win. Sharon, 8-12 coming in. They won yesterday. They won 3-0 over Bristol Plymouth RVT. Bristol Plymouth was the 37 seed, so they held serve and kept their 28 seed. So this is a 28 versus 5 matchup, round of 32. Some interesting things that happened last week as it related to power rankings, which we'll get into when we have some opportunity to talk more. But I'm very excited about the matchup. I think the girls are excited about just taking this one match at a time, but with a lot of confidence that they could make a run if they play at the level we've seen them play throughout the season. 15-3 in the regular season coming in.
Westwood's so talented. Looked at the TVL All-Stars this year. Catherine Sennell, 222 kills, 90 blocks, 43 aces. She's got a 49% kill percentage. She's the number 1 blocker in Massachusetts. She's also number 3 hitting percentage. Frankie Gennari, 440 assists, 7.1 assists per set. Are you kidding me? She's got her hand on the ball, and she's going to begin the game with the ball on her hand. Nice serve by Gennari. Sharon just going to send it over the net. Emmy Roberts with the dig. Over the net by Greeley. Westwood is going to get the first point on the board. So interesting lineup tonight for the Wolverines. Tom, we have a freshman in the lineup.
So Grace Pascaldo suffered a concussion about 10 days ago, and she's still not cleared to play. So Lulu Fenton, who's proven herself throughout the course of the season, is given the opportunity. She starts up in that right hitter position, and I'm curious to see how she's going to step up. I talked with Coach before the match, and she said, listen, she hits it the hardest.
Yeah.
And she has the most all-around athleticism of those on the team, so she's going with her. We might see some Maddie Risha, too, up front.
Sennell with the kill and gets the point on the board and the ball back in Westwood's hands. That was a great point earlier by Sharon. It was a cross shot, or across the net shot by Lucy Lenardi. Gonna be a serve by Greeley. And Sennell at the net with the block.
So we've talked a lot about Catherine Sannel's kills. Well, that was just her 97th block of the year, so let's keep tabs of that. She entered this match with 96, so she should eclipse the 100 block mark, maybe even in this first set.
Greeley with the serve. They're going to send that one over Sennell's hands. They weren't even going for the kill there. When you got that net front that the Wolverines have, it's definitely going to be in the back of your mind. Well played by Sharon. Sennell going to set it up. Gennari, the Holmesy going cross, and that's going to be a little bit too far, and going to be a point for Sharon. 3-2 Westwood.
The Wolverines have really worked this system well this year, because when you look at the stats, you mentioned it, Frankie Gennari has 440 assists coming into this match, so they know who to get the ball to if you want to set up a kill.
Number 2 in the TVL in assists, and a unforced error, going to be a point for Westwood, and Westwood with the ball back. And Sennell going to take the serve. And it's a good one. Oh, it just ended up floating a little bit too far. So point for Sharon, 4-3 Westwood. Serve is going to be on the hand of Lucy Leonardi.
A freshman, and probably the best player on their team.
She's already had a couple points tonight for Sharon. She had the first one. Greeley with the reception. Lulu able to get that over the net. Lydon got a piece of that, but deflected to an open area on the court, and Sharon's going to tie it up at 4. Leonardi gonna serve again. Really on the reception, Gennari. And something called at the net. Going to be a point for Sharon.
That's a net violation. They called that one on Liv.
Yeah.
She apparently hit the net as she was going up for the block.
Leonardi again with the serve. Up 5-4. First set. Holmesy in the reception. Gennari sent it far side, but well defended by Sharon with the block. Going to go up 6-4. Leonardi again. Set about 4 serves in a row. Roberts, so good at getting on those receptions. Well defended there at the net was Westwood. Leiden goes up. Gonna try a cross, but Roberts. Fenton with the point. Big point after Sharon rifled off about 3 in a row. Westwood gets their 5th point.
And that's why Lulu gets the opportunity today. And you see right there, case in point of how hard she does hit the ball.
Yeah.
And a lot expected of her as a freshman, and now she gets the opportunity to serve.
Fenton, a good serve. Well defended at the net was Holmesy, able to keep that on Sharon's side. They're just going to send it over, free pass. Gennari, Holmesy back over the net. The set, and that get out, and it's a Westwood point. So tied up at 6. Great job by Westwood. It was a close ball. They allowed that to get out and went outside the sideline for the Westwood point. Second serve for Fenton. Really with the dig. Holmesy, woo! With a nice kill. The bench is fired up after that one.
Did you see everyone's reaction on the court? I just looked at Olivia's reaction. She opened her mouth.
Did you see that? Yeah.
Like, oh my.
So Fenton, 3rd serve in a row. It's a good one. Defended nicely by Sharon, but went out of bounds and another Westwood point. So Westwood starting to get in the groove now. Fenton with her 4th in a row, and they're going to force a timeout called by Sharon. So great job by the Wolverines. They went down a few, no quit, no panic. They got the next 3, and now they're up 2.
So a good time to little groundwork about what happened here with the
Yes.
volleyball brackets. And it was interesting. It was delayed. We had a note from the MIAA that the brackets will be delayed a day, and everyone asked why. As it turns out, midway through the season in the western part of the state, there was a small pocket of schools who played a series of matches in a mid-season tournament that you're really not supposed to play, or if you do, they're not supposed to count against your record. And they had counted all of those games against each of those teams' record, which obviously affected the power rankings statewide. So they forced all of those teams to incur a forfeit. And once that happened, of course, it wreaked havoc on the entire power ranking system. So they sorted it out. They reset the teams. As it turns out, Westwood remained at number 5, but it would have been Situate in this spot under the old power rankings, and instead it was Sharon.
It's interesting. You see last-minute lawsuits this time of year for teams trying to contest MIA decisions. Leiden with the point. And that gets the Wolverines up 9-6. Going to be the 5th consecutive serve for Fenton.
Not that it's going to happen in this match, but Livy's sniffing 100 kills herself. That's her 87th of the season. Came into this match with 86.
Her net presence is remarkable. Fenton will be set by Gennari. Holmesy finds a pocket and gets the point. 10-6 Wolverines.
Morgan, you're seeing it that the girls know what their role is on the team. And that's all you're hoping for after 18 regular season games, that when they count and it's single elimination, people know what they have to do, and then it just becomes a matter of execution.
5th consecutive serve for Fenton. Gonna lob it over by Sharon. Gennari with the set. Holmesy able to get that over the net, and she gets the point. So as you said, Tom, just smart play. You know, just getting the ball over sometimes is an effective strategy. Gets it over there, a very difficult play to make by Sharon. Westwood gets the point, 11-6 Wolverines. And the 6th consecutive serve for Fenton, the freshman. And a little curve on that, ball ends up out of bounds, and it was a pretty good run there for Fenton. We got a substitution coming out for Sharon is Audrey Widland. She's going to get a quick breather. So the libero is going to serve it for Sharon. Gennari with the sneaky Gennari move. Catch a piece. Oh. It's, you know, these teams watch film, Tom, and when you see the amount of sets and assists that Gennari has, and she does that move, it's so, it catches up on other teams. A pancake by Fenton, able to keep it in play, and Westwood gets it over the board. Net front by Leiden. Gennari, Holmesy with the tap. Gennari again. Leiden's gonna just send it over. At the net is Leiden with the defense. Gennari to Leiden. Got a great volley going on here, and that's going to be hit 3 times. So hard-fought points for the Wolverines to go up 12-8.
That's a great job by the Sharon defense, even fielding that ball, because Libby really got it in a good spot.
Yeah.
I was impressed that she was able to get there.
Holmesy on the serve. Gennari, and Greeley gets the point. Megan Greeley, the senior. She had a big applause for her name being called in the starting lineup. She's got her own little fan section in the top right part of Bader Gymnasium.
Well documented how big of a fan I am of Megan
You
Greeley.
are,
I
yes.
think that she is all grit personified, and every team that wins needs people
You
like
need
that
a Megan
on
Greeley,
the roster,
yes.
and she has filled that role perfectly. It is rare you're going to see her make a mistake on the court.
Great serve, 2 in a row by Holmesy. Leiden at the net! 14-8 Westwood.
So Liv entered today's game with 44 blocks. Remember, she's not in there as much as Catherine is.
Yeah.
They basically swap out for each other, and
Yep.
if somebody does go on a long serve run, she might get a little bit more time, but it's
Yeah.
typically Catherine who's in that role.
Sharon lobs it over. Gennari with the set. Leiden goes up. Wolverine's gonna just send it back over. Greeley with a great effort. And Greeley gets the point. So Tom, question for you. Do they wait till the serve changes to make a substitution?
Yeah, it's all part of the rotation, right? So at this point, is it still Angelina who's serving?
Yes.
So they'll rotate in a clockwise manner, and then when Liv is due to go to the back line,
Yes.
most of the time she'll come out. She has been sporadically serving.
Yeah.
Typically when Catherine goes to the back row, she'll serve that
Yeah.
one time,
Yeah.
right? And so she'll have that one run of her serving. That could be as few as one serve attempt that might go out of bounds, as we saw earlier.
Yeah.
Or if she gets hot, and she's gotten hot many times.
Yeah, it could be.
I mean, Catherine still has a ton of aces to her credit this year.
Yeah.
She could stay back there for a bit, but as soon as her first serve goes out or the other team wins the point, Catherine will then sub out until Liv comes back around, and then Catherine will go back in. They sometimes are on the court at the same time, but it's pretty rare.
When you have that level of talent with also fresh legs, what an amazing combination to have if you're head coach Justine Whalen.
Well, we had a good chat before this match, and you know she wants to take care of business, right? This isn't the time to fool around. She's going to go with the top players and give them as much run as they can.
Holmesy, another great serve. She's got a lot of top spin on them, and it makes it difficult to really corral the attempts to get the ball back over the net. And it's going to be a point for Sharon. So Sharon's going to have the ball for the serve. 15, Westwood 15, Sharon 9. Serve is going to come from number 6, Thea Caproni. And that ball got away. It's going to be 2 consecutive points for Sharon. So Sharon able to cut into the Westwood lead. Westwood 15, Sharon 10. The second consecutive serve for Caproni. That's a good one. Fenton on the reception. Leiden able to get the point. So well-positioned ball there by Leiden.
So here's your moment right here.
Yep.
Livy comes out.
Yep.
So the decision by Justine that Livy's not going to serve, at least not now, not in this set. So Livy comes out, Catherine goes in, and Imi serves.
And Hannah goes in for Sharon, while Caproni comes out for Sharon. Libero is going to just send it over. Gennari for the set. Sainel goes up. Good job by Westwood. Keep the ball live. Sharon's going to set it, and that one's out. So good job by the Wolverines. When you have a net front like that, it's going to force a lot of those long balls, which are unforced errors. Good points for Westwood. Emmy Roberts going to serve for Westwood, the senior libero. Emmy, TVL honorable mention. Great job. Oh, goes off the light and takes a unfortunate bounce and point for Sharon.
Well, you mentioned that Emmy was honorable mention all TVL and well-deserved with 224 digs, 276 receptions. She's been in the thick of the action throughout this entire season.
And there we go. Big reception there. Greeley. And Greeley gets the hard-fought point. Westwood 18, Sharon 11.
You don't see Greeley on the leaderboard when it comes to kills, but you do see Greeley on the leaderboard when it comes to receptions and digs. She basically gives you everything
She
you
does
want.
everything, yeah. And not to mention that, her teammates love her. So when she's doing big things, it gets them fired up. Gennari on the serve. Sharon just going to send it over and allow Westwood to get to work on offense. Well defended at the net was Sharon. That's going to force a long ball, so point for Westwood.
And I'm going to tell you, that point was won by Megan Greeley.
Yes.
Right? So Sharon defends that ball, as you said, very well, really hard, right to Megan, who's got great instincts, and she deflects it, keeps it alive, ultimately leads to a point for Westwood.
Gennari. Free ball by Sharon. Tipped over the net by Fenton. Oh! I don't understand. There was a whistle. Point for Westwood. So there was some infraction around the net. Both teams are there. They're going to say infraction on Sharon.
Sharon went under the net, and Catherine unfortunately landed on the foot. And that's the problem. That's why that's a penalty. That's why that's an infraction. That's why Westwood gets the point. It's very dangerous, and you've seen a lot of people over the years get hurt by that, which is why it's a rule.
Meanwhile, the Greeley fan club was saying, you can't do that. Greeley. Fenton went up and got it, and point for Westwood. Westwood very disciplined around the net.
Yeah, another net infraction for Sharon right there.
It's got to be part of the conversation that Coach Whalen has with her players is discipline, unforced errors, net fouls. Oh, what a serve. You've got to be kidding me. That fell about 10 feet short of the recipient, for the intended recipient for Sharon.
Yeah, she just found the sweet spot there. I don't know that you'll see another one like that during
like a
this
ping
match,
pong
but
shot.
You take them as they come.
So Westwood getting close to the set point. 22-11 Westwood. Gennari with the serve. It's a good one. Oh. Tough to see in the lights for Holmesy.
I think Angelina thought Megan was going to go
Kinda
for it. Megan put her hands up and then pulled them down at the last second, so it doesn't give you a lot of time to react when you're behind her.
The ball going to be served by Sharon. Oh, and a tip play by Sainel.
It's all right, I've been telling Morgan, it's Sanel-like panel, like a light panel. She lights it up like a panel.
Sainel. I will get it right tonight. Holmesy. Really with the dig back to Holmesy. Forcing very difficult plays by Sharon. Sharon's going to get the point there. Sharon's going to have the serve. We serve by number 5 for Sharon. Roni Sosteel. And a low serve. Point for Westwood. And they are on set point right now. It's going to be served by Senel.
That is a mental block for you.
It is. I need a sports psychologist.
What's funny, I gotta be honest,
Ball.
most of the time what people will say is Senel.
Senel,
Right? They'll
yeah.
see
Yes,
it first
yes.
and they'll think Senel. So when I clarified it with their
Coco
parents
Senel.
last year, I go through every parent. I always ask, how do you say your last name? Say it out loud.
Yeah.
And they're like, Sanel. And it was Scott. Catherine's dad is like panel. I'm like, got it.
But I say panel like panel. It's maybe my Westwood accent. Gennari. Fenton gets the point, gets the set. So a big point there. Wolverine's going to get the first set to go up 1-0. And they're going to switch benches. And about to start the second set. But are we going to take a quick break, Evan? We are. So we're going to take a quick break, folks, and we'll be right back for the beginning of the second set.
Westwood High School Sports, brought to you by Cadillac of Norwood, where luxury meets performance, and Arch Orthodontics, creating generations of beautiful smiles with expert orthodontic care.
Impromptu game photos.
I love it. Who's better than Mike Mao, by the way?
He's the GOAT.
I mean,
the GOAT.
He has been here, went here.
He went here, yeah.
Back in the late 80s.
Yes.
And then
You guys have a connection, a BC connection.
we do. He was very good friends with Tom Smith, who
Yeah.
was the class of 87 out of Westwood High School, and then went to Boston College. I met Tom. He was a good friend of my sister Patty. So I met Tom when they were freshmen. And unfortunately, Tom passed away. He battled cancer and died at the end of 1990. And actually, my first trip to Westwood, believe it or not, was to Tom Smith's funeral. So that was my first entree to this community. But later on in years, I found out that, Patty, my sister, knew this guy, Mike Mao, as Tom Smith's friend.
Oh, my
And
gosh.
they connected. I was like, wow, that's crazy. But no one's more dedicated. Well, maybe you're more dedicated. No, I think Mike Mao beats you.
No,
this
by
guy's
far.
amazing, taking photos of every sport, every level, just an absolute treasure for this
He's got
community.
upwards of 8 yearbook dedications.
Well, he deserves it.
Unbelievable. Served by Sharon, Sophia's son. Sanel at the net. Gennari to Greeley. Well defended by Sharon. Holmesy with the dig. Greeley, a great play to get it over the net. Roberts. Oh, tough play to make. It was going up for a kill, and the ball was just a little bit out of Sanel's reach, and going to be a point for Sharon. So Sharon going to go up 1-0 here in the second set. Serve hits the net, so point for Westwood.
One of the benefits of playing well during the season is that a matchup like this, if executed right, gives the higher seed an opportunity to really get in a groove.
Yes.
And get that confidence you need to succeed in the playoffs. When you're a lower seed, it is a long journey. So this allows the girls to really get back in the flow. Impressive shot right there by the freshman, right?
Oh, she's
it's really
tremendous.
incredible that she has
Leonardi.
stepped up, and Leonardi has done such a great job throughout the season, leading the Eagles in a lot of statistical categories, and it's no surprise why when you see her tonight.
Yep. She went on about a 6-point streak on the serve line as well. Roberts. Fenton gets the point. The freshman, active, very active tonight in this game, and certainly providing her impact on the scoreboard.
Well, we should also point out, folks, that Mr. Morgan Donahue's doing the old double-double today because he rushed over to Bader Gymnasium from the multi-purpose field where the field hockey team opened up their playoff run with a win, right?
Big win, 2-0 over Silver Lake. Goals by Bridget Hughes and then goal by Emily DeMeo on a pass from her sister Charlotte. St. Ol. I'm going to have extensive therapy on names. Leonardo at the point, well positioned. And this is, Tom, we came off a late night yesterday with a big win for Westwood football.
It's an incredible stretch, and I watched a lot of your post-game interviews that you do with some of the guys last night. Talked to Jack Holland, talked to Drew Donegan, talked to Coach Pindell. Great to get their insight. So if you're not following Morgan at WW_calls on Instagram, you should be.
That was a great serve there. Ball just fell right off the table.
You get a little bit of everything. You get some clips of the game action. Before midnight last night, he already had 5 highlights on his Instagram feed. So
well, thank you for the plug, Tom.
Yeah, you got it.
Roberts. Sennel with the point and the kill. Sennel's going to come out. Leiden coming in. Going to be a serve by Roberts. Leonardi on the far side. Defended nicely by Westwood. Holmesy. Great kill by Holmesy. Gets the point and ties it up at 4.
Angelina, 179 digs on the season coming into tonight's match, 116 kills. She's probably approaching 120 now. 219 receptions, just a vital cog to the machine.
179 digs as well. She does it offense and defense. Roberts, so reliable on the digs. Leiden at the net. Gennari for Roberts. Holmesy gonna chip it over. Leonardi. Nice dig by Roberts. Far side to Holmesy. Got a piece of Sharon, point Westwood. 5-4 Westwood.
Yeah, she made that decision earlier that she was coming hard. She was gonna come at that ball and hit it as hard as she definitely could.
Another serve coming from Roberts. That's out, forces an errant shot. Another point for Westwood, 6-4. Westwood getting into a little bit of a groove here in the second set. Leiden at the net gets the tip point for the Wolverines, 7-4.
I'm giving that a kill. I'm always torn about whether that's a block or a kill, but I think that goes in the stat column as a kill.
Absolutely. And Leiden at the net with the block and the point, 8-4 Westwood. Yeah, it reminds me, Tom, a strikeout. You can have a 97-mile-an-hour fastball for a strikeout. You can also have a knuckleball for a strikeout. Strikeout to strikeout.
For every Roger Clemens, there's a Phil Necro.
Yes. Nice. Holmesy forces a difficult defensive effort there to get the point, hard-fought point. And that's going to cause a timeout called by Sharon with Westwood up 9-4.
We talked about the ramifications of the reseeding, and one of the ramifications is that Hopkinton, their power ranking shifted, and Hopkinton, who previously Westwood would have likely avoided until deep into the tournament, is now the number 4 seed, which means, looking ahead, which is always dangerous to do, but everyone plays the bracket game.
Yep.
If both teams were able to win 2 matches, There they are, head-to-head once again. And you know that these two teams beat each other once.
Yeah.
Hopkinton won the TVL Large Championship because they
Rubber
finished
match.
the season 15-1 in league. Westwood finished 14-2 in league. So they did not win a TVL Large Championship. And meanwhile, Medfield, that had 3 league losses, actually took the TVL Small Championship. So frustrating for sure. And that's why Westwood's trying to make some noise here in the postseason. And forget about the TVL title and look for some bigger
They want some
bigger
hardware.
trophies.
They want some hardware to bring back to 200 and Hatton Street. Point for Westwood. You know, Tom, I see a lot of banners here in Bader Gymnasium, but there still is some room for more. And this volleyball team certainly talented enough to fight and earn a state championship. I got an email from Tom Nappy, who is the director, sports director, news director at HCAM. It's the Hopkinton affiliate for the community media. And he already said if there's any Westwood or Hopkinton team matchups in the playoffs, he wants to do some kind of collaboration. So I think the sport he had his eyes on was volleyball when he mentioned that. Well defended by Sharon. Tipped over. Holmesy. And Holmesy gets the point.
Angelina came to play tonight.
Absolutely.
And to your point about a possible matchup, if both teams hold course, you're looking at that one being a round of 8 game,
Yes.
a quarterfinal.
And would that be at a neutral site?
And you know, great question. And I was just thinking that myself, and I do not know the answer to that. The guy whom I know is walking right in front of us,
We'll have
Matt
to-
Gillis. We'll
we'll
ask.
have to ask him.
At what point do they go neutral?
Leiden at the net, tips it, gets the point.
I'm going to ask.
Absolutely.
You chat a little bit here. Hey, Matt.
So the big point there,
At
Wolverines
what point
up
do they go
12-5.
neutral site,
Serve
you
is
know?
going to be back in
That's it. Okay,
Fenton's
all
hands.
right. I got an answer.
We got an answer. Served by Fenton. A point for Westwood.
So the answer is, if that happens, that match is going to be in Hopkinton's court.
Interesting.
Because they don't go to the neutral site until the Final Four. So that would be a round of 8 matchup, and that would be played at Hopkinton.
That's why those regular season games matter, is getting, and an ace on the serve by Fenton. Very impressive for the freshman, her night so far.
I give Justine a ton of credit because she allowed so many players to play throughout the regular season that Lulu's undaunted by
Yes.
this opportunity.
She's confident. There's no hesitation in her game right now. But it helps. Leiden at the net. Roberts with a dig. Yeah, catch a piece? No. Sharon point. But when you're playing teams like Hopkinton, home and home with a lot on the line, that's a playoff game in itself.
Oh, yeah.
And she's doing a good job, Coach Justine Whalen, getting the young players in so they have a flavor of what it feels like to play a big game, play a playoff-style game, and a big point there for the Wolverines.
And that's credited to Emmy Roberts, who
Yeah.
did not mean to do that. But
Nope.
every once in a while, you have a happy accident.
Oops.
Anybody who watched
Oops,
Bob
I'll
Ross
take
paint
that. Yes,
knows
yes.
that occasionally there's a happy accident.
Oh, terrific serve by Holmesy. Just as impressive reception by Sharon. Leiden at the net, blocked by Sharon. Sharon gets the point. We got a good crowd here tonight, Tom. I also see Westwood's baseball coach, Brian Whalen. I also see Westwood girls softball coach, Tom Grandy, in the building.
Where are they?
Over here on the left.
Oh, they're holding
talking
court
little
over
X's
there.
and O's over
Oh,
there.
yeah, they're comparing what's going to happen
Talking
in the
about
spring.
first and third situations.
Maybe talking about the World Series.
Yes.
Man,
yes.
what a competition that was. I'm sad it's
Unbelievable.
over.
Yeah.
I wanted that when they go 7 games because both teams are so talented.
Two great markets, New York and LA. So Sharon gets the point there. They get the serve. 15-8 Westwood. Leiden at the net. Leiden gets the point. 16-8 Westwood.
Okay, so now a little
Sandel
bit different.
Oh, so
right. So now
Leiden
this
stays
time,
in, yep.
Livy's gonna serve. So instead of Emmy serving,
Yeah.
and Catherine going in for Emmy, Catherine does go in for Emmy here, and Livy serves.
And Livy's got to stay around the back area. Can't be up at the net front. Sandel. When you have Sandel at the net like that, and the ball isn't elevated high enough, what do? You know, that's a difficult play to make.
To your point, it is difficult to be 5'10" and playing in the back row.
Yes, yes. A great athlete. Oh, really great play. It was a difficult, wasn't a very elevated ball. She was able to get the hand on that. Gennari gets it over the net. Sano at the net. And tossed over by Sharon. Sano for the kill. Yes! 17-8 Westwood. That was just inside, well positioned on that line. She saw that daylight, took it. Big point for the Wolverines. And is this the third consecutive serve for Livy?
It is.
Gets a nice running start. Point for Westwood. So infraction at the net by Sharon. So I have this term as a jump serve.
Yeah.
It's a little jump serve. It's effective. Oh, that's a difficult one and well played by the libero. And Sharon, Greeley with the dig. Back to Greeley in the Gennari set. Sano at the net, and that gets over for a Sharon point. 19-9.
And that's the substitution.
The substitution.
So Livy's done serving.
So
when
Roberts
they lose
in.
that point.
Roberts in, Leiden out. They do a good job of getting fresh legs out there for the Wolverines. So many players are getting it done. So that's going to be a point for Sharon. Almost ran into the table. 19-10 Westwood. Be served by number 7, Piper Hannah. Gennari. And well blocked, well played by Sharon at the net. Able to get the block for the point. 19-11. Ball back in Piper Hannah's hands for the serve. Roberts, reception. Fenton over to Greeley. Greeley sends it over the net. Leonardi. Gennari with the set. Forces Sharon to have to tap it over. Sano with the kill. Oh my God, that ended about 8 rows up in the stands. So much power.
Yeah, when you hit the ball with power, you're either trying to hit the ground or hit it so hard into somebody that's just no chance for them to field it cleanly and return it.
Gennari. Gennari with the set. Really to Fenton to send it over the net. They're going to set up Leonardi. Well blocked by Sano. Roberts. Gennari. Sano.
Ooh, great play. Incredible dig by Willow Liu.
Fenton. Oh, and well blocked by Sharon.
And rightfully celebrating because that was Willow Liu who actually went down to the ground to dig out that kill from Sano and kept it alive and basically won the point for Sharon.
Really. Sano. And a big point for the Wolverines. High IQ. It doesn't have to be a fastball every time. Well-positioned kill like that, so effective.
21-12 Wolverines.
She's got, you know, the driver out and then the putter. You know, just a little 3-foot putt is all that was needed there for the kill. 21-12. Serve coming from Greeley. Oh, and a great serve. Of course, a difficult reception by the libero. And then again, able to get under that one was Greeley. Tipped over by Holmesy, and an effective shot to get a point for the Westwood Wolverines. 22-12. And we got, is that Maddie Risha coming in? So Maddie Risha coming in, replacing Fenton. So great to see Maddie Risha come in, who's had a terrific senior year. We saw her play so well in the Norwood senior night game. She had about 6-7 serves in a row she was rifling off. So effective. Double hit it looks like.
Morgan, the girls had a scrimmage to keep active and very wisely scrimmaged against a talented King Philip team. And Olivia told me afterwards that, Dad, we've never beaten King Philip. And it was a really hard-fought 5-set match that Westwood won. And in that match, Maddie Risha played really well. So Coach Justine Whalen feels comfortable putting her out there.
Got the confidence in the senior. And she forces a long ball. Point for Westwood. I mean, that's an underrated play there. She was right at the net front, forced a long ball. Point for Westwood, ball back in their hands. And 2 points away from earning a win in the second set. Sano coming out, Leiden in. Served by Roberts. Janari gets a hand on it. Well played by Roberts. Free play over the net to Sharon, allow Westwood to get set up on defense. Holmesy, and that one too long.
KP is going to have some success in that Division I tournament, and Westwood took the first set the other night in the scrimmage and then dropped the next 2, so you're feeling, oh boy, right?
Yeah.
But they got the 4th set,
Grit.
forced the 5th, and then they won that 5th set as well to take it. It was a little stunning.
Yeah, it's like Risha. Roberts. Janari with the set, and nice play there. Number 6 for Sharon. Thea Caproni. Tom, it kind of reminds me when you mentioned that, reminds me of last night's football game. Wolverines going down 14 early, and 35 unanswered points to get the big win versus Ashland, solidify a playoff position. Really with the dig. That's going to be hit 3 times. Point for Sharon.
Every sport has different waves of momentum, but there is something to be said about it doesn't matter if you lose a set 25-10 or 25-23.
Yeah.
You just lost 1 set. And that's a difficult mindset to try to have a kid understand.
Yep.
But if you can easily flush away just a simple set loss, you can quickly bounce back. And that was the case. I mean, it was just a scrimmage, but hopefully as things carry on here in the postseason, it'll mean something for Westwood.
One thing I noticed from the senior night game, Coach Whalen calls great timeouts.
Yeah, I agree.
They come out and they get the first point. I think that's the biggest thing, is get the first point and start getting some momentum going. And they did. Every single time she called a timeout against Norwood.
Sometimes when you're watching and you're not engrossed in the game, you're more of a fan than a coach.
Yeah.
You're saying to yourself, like, oh, they should call a timeout here. And when the coach doesn't, you're like, why didn't she call a timeout?
Yeah.
I can't recall a time this year that I've felt that way. And you're right on when you say that she picks just the right moment to call a timeout and settle down her
It's
team.
the first timeout called, and we're deep into the second set. So she knows, she's got a great awareness of that moment of when it's needed. Leiden at the net. Sent over by Sharon. Janari gonna chip it over. Risha with the dig. Janari on the set. Holmesy looking to chip it into space. Defended by Sharon. Sharon just gonna send it over for a free play. Janari on the set. Far side to Holmesy. Holmesy with the tip. Just wide. 23-17 Westwood. Going to be a serve from the talented freshman, Lucy Leonardi, who's been their best player and been playing terrific tonight. Good serve. Holmesy sends it over. And well defended at the net. Combination between Leiden and Risha to put Westwood within 1 point of the set point and the win for the second set. Go up 2-0. Big serve here. Ball in the hands of Maddie Risha. It's a good serve, and she gets the ace! Huge point, and Westwood gets the win for the second set to go up 2-0.
Westwood High School Sports, brought to you by Cadillac of Norwood, where luxury meets performance. And Arch Orthodontics, creating generations of beautiful smiles with expert orthodontic care.
Welcome back, folks. Wolverines took the second set. They're up 2-0 off an ace from Maddie Risha. Maddie Risha getting into the game about halfway through the second set, and she has made her presence felt. She's had a couple points around the net, and then none bigger than the set point, getting an ace to get the Wolverines up 2 going into the third set, and Wolverines looking to get the clean sweep here. Round of 32 in the playoffs. A win today, Tom, will match Westwood up with, sounds like, the winners between Masconomet and Silver Lake, who are playing right now as well. So we'll keep an eye on that, and you know, if you follow Westwood Media, Westwood Living, and Westwood Call social media accounts, you can certainly be caught up to speed on where the game will be. You know, there's still obviously game to be played, but what's next steps with the volleyball state tournament? Who's playing who? Served by Janari. Roberts with the dig. Really? Sano with the kill. Hits about 4 players on the way down. The power.
So Catherine was our athlete of the month this month, the magazine. I just got my hands on it today, and some of the quotes from her teammates were just
lightning.
Awesome. Frankie Gennari goes, she's such an energetic presence for us.
Yeah.
And then Megan Greeley interrupted. Frankie goes, especially during the low points, she's always there to bring us back. And Frankie said, I get more excited about her kills than I do about making a play myself.
That's a sign of a good team, rooting each other on, celebrating each other's accomplishments, and at the net with the block is Sano. Westwood up 2-0 to start the third set. Gennari with the serve. There we go. Oh, they're going to allow it. Questionable amount of hits, but play on. And a point for Sharon. It clipped Greeley's hand, went out of bounds, so point for Sharon. So Westwood 2, Sharon 1.
So always interesting in volleyball, the coach can't talk to the ref.
Yeah.
The coach has to send the captain, in this case
Really?
Frankie Gennari,
Yeah.
to speak with the referee, and then she will communicate back to the head coach. And
Yeah.
they are debating
Good. Yeah.
that call because it was a bit controversial.
So they go to the head official, it seems like, who's on the ladder. And a Westwood point. So well contested conversation by Gennari. And the near side ref doesn't look too pleased.
I'll say this, though. What's interesting is I like that in volleyball
Yes.
because you are teaching the kids
You're
how to
teaching them-
communicate
Yes.
with authority.
Yes.
And it's not a coach, whether it's baseball or softball,
Yep.
barking at an umpire.
Yes.
It's the captain on the team who's in uniform talking to the official.
It was a very respectful way she approached it and asked it. And you know what? The answer is no if you don't ask. So going over and asking and getting a second opinion was the right move. Wow, Westwood gets the point.
Another fantastic effort from Willow Liu. She has
Yes.
been fantastic on the back line there for Sharon today.
Amazing effort. This looks like a young team. Well, there's a few, or I'm looking at 4 freshmen on the Sharon team, and the freshmen are involved, and they're getting points.
And they're getting
They've
playoff
got a bright
experience.
future, and they play in a tough league, very tough league.
I mean, they played Canton. They played King
Westwood played. It
Philip.
was a top 4 team. Oh my goodness, great serve by Gennari. Oh, and played at the net, tipped off of Greeley's hand, and Sharon walks away with the point.
Yeah, Hockomock, one of the best leagues in the state,
Oh, no
across the
question.
board.
Every sport.
Filled with athletes.
Yeah.
And, you know, you got Mansfield, who's good. You've got King Philip, who's good. You've got Canton, who's good. It's,
Yeah.
I mean, they're 8-12, Sharon, in the league play, but I don't know.
Gennari with the set. Sano with the kill attempt and gets the point. Big point. Ball's going to be back in Westwood hands. Greeley going to have the serve. Westwood up 6-1. Third set. Westwood up 2-0. Oh, difficult play. Ball went over the net and unable to get a hand on it to get it back over the net was Sano. And going to be a serve and point for Sharon. Serve is going to be coming from the libero, Willow Liu. A knuckler of a serve. Sano went up for the kill and blocked. It was a nice block there. 13. Lucy Ward with the block. Get the point for Sharon. They cut Westwood's lead in half. Westwood 6, Sharon 3. Sano going to send it over the net. Roberts with the dig. Gennari with the set. Holmesy with the kill attempt. Going to go just long.
Morgan, you mentioned Lucy Ward. Before the match, I visited with the Sharon team. I had them in a circle, and we just went over name pronunciations. And I thanked Lucy for having such an easy name.
Yes.
Right? We're always very thankful for the Jim Smiths and Lucy Wards of the world.
Yep. Volleyed over by Sharon. Gennari with the set. Sano with the kill. That's a big point because Sharon had about 3 in a row and Westwood able to get the ball back in their hands. And a point on the board. 7-4 Westwood. Roberts is going to have the serve. Oh, and Sharon player not able to get a good piece of that one. Kind of went off the side of the hand, hit the net, point for Westwood. Roberts with her second serve in a row. Little tip shot went over, but defended nicely by Westwood. Oh, and a kill attempt there. It looked like by Fenton, just a little long. Gonna make it 8-5 Westwood. Serve is going to be coming from Caproni. Caproni hits the net. Well, unforced error for Sharon. Gonna make it 9-5 Westwood. So Fenton is going to have the serve for Westwood. Westwood up 9-5, third set, up 2-0 in the sets, and 2-0 in the game. And ball hits the net front, point for Westwood. Good disciplined volleyball going on by Westwood. Giving themselves a good distance from the net, forcing difficult plays to be made on defense by Sharon. And there's an unforced error for Westwood.
Haven't seen many of those
today,
right?
Very few on the night. Serve going to come from Piper Hanna. Fenton. Leiden with the kill.
Nice.
She seems so comfortable in that middle of the net, that middle blocker position on both offense and defense.
Well, we had an interesting conversation a week ago, and I said, so do you want to be as good as Catherine next year?
Yeah.
She goes, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're going to be playing club volleyball together this winter. I'm like, you got a lot to learn, and you've seen somebody do it at a high level in front of you this year, one of the best in the state.
Yeah.
So pick her brain while you've got her here.
Absolutely.
And figure out how she got to where she is.
Now, was she always, the middle blocker, or did she hit a growth spurt and just naturally grow into that position? Well played there.
She has always been tall.
Yeah.
And she has always played middle.
Nice. Leiden with the kill. 12-7 Westwood. And she's going to get the ball in her hands for the serve, which is going to bring Sennel in the net, into the net front. Oh, just hit the net. So that's gonna be Sharon's 8th point. So Roberts in, Leiden out. We're gonna get Caproni in for Sharon. Sennel gets the kill.
There's no stopping that.
No, I mean, such a good, clean set as well. You got it. Gennari just makes it so easy on some of these sets, right in the sweet spot. But what an athlete to go up and get that, and she gets a lot on those too. I mean, we saw a ball end up 10 rows on one of them. Difficult play and point for Sharon. Westwood 13, Sharon 9. Some substitutions being made by Sharon. Libero's going to come back on. She's going to replace number 4, Sophia Sun. Serve coming from Leonardi. Holmesy on the reception. Gennari was trying to go backside and ran out of real estate to be able to get that over the net, and point for Sharon. 13-10 Westwood. Leonardi going to be on the serve again. Fenton hits the net. We're going to get a timeout here. And she's just going to have a couple words. So that's the thing too, is, you know, just being able to couple words for your team, settle them down a little bit, refocus. Gennari going backside again. Greeley with the tip. Roberts, the dig. So valuable on that back line. Holmesy, the dig. Gennari with the set. Greeley. And forcing a volley over the net. It hit a light. Point for Westwood.
Yeah, so
it's a big point.
Here's how that works. Because it came from Sharon's side and hit the roof.
Oh, okay.
You have to, if you hit it yourself off the roof, it's in play on your
Okay.
side. But if it comes from the other team and hits the ceiling, it's dead.
So the catwalk rules here at Bader Gymnasium. Sharon just tips that over and able to find the floor. So a close set we have here. 14, Westwood 14, Sharon 12. Sandel with the tip and the kill.
That's
misdirection, absolutely.
Something else right there. I mean, we've seen a little bit of everything.
So smart, high IQ, and that's something that the underclassmen will take note of, is just IQ like that, how to play the game. Leiden gets it over. She's trying to go across the court and forces an errant defense by Sharon. Point for Westwood. Westwood 16, Sharon 12. Serve coming from Roberts. Oh, great net front. Oh, and I'm going to say point for Sharon, so there was net front infraction.
That one, I think she hit it and it went out of bounds. So it was a block that went out of bounds.
So a block that went out of bounds, okay. So ball in Sharon's hands, 16-13 Westwood. Great job by Roberts, able to get underneath it. Fenton's going to tip it over the net. And a great pancake.
Willow's done a great job today.
Holmesy. Roberts, so reliable on that back line. Holmesy going across, well defended by Sharon. Greeley. Did it catch a piece? It did. Point for Holmesy. 17-13 Westwood. As we're getting to critical points for Westwood to close out this game. Up 2 sets to nothing. We're in the 3rd set. Westwood 8 points away from clinching the win. Great serve by Fenton. Really to Gennari. To Leiden. Yes! What a shot and a kill. Found the back line opening. And get the big point for the Wolverines. 18-13 Wolverines.
And got the signature Morgan Donahue, yes.
Yes! Fenton again. Libero with the reception. Been so great all night for Sharon. Gennari with the set. Holmesy. Greeley to Gennari. Holmesy. And a great block there by Sharon. Roney Sosteel. A great job there. Able to get up and block that one. Get the hard-fought point for Sharon. 18-14 Westwood. She's going to have the serve herself. Or Piper Hanna is going to have the serve. That ball had some juice on it. Just from the dig itself made over the net. And what defense by Greeley. Leiden's going to lob it over. Sharon sets it for the kill, and they get the point.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Who else but the freshman?
Leonardi's been so impressive all night.
She has been great, not just tonight, but all season. One of the statistical leaders for Sharon. Lucy Leonardi entered tonight's match, 2.1 kills a set. No surprise that she's been doing it throughout tonight and also throughout the year, 137 kills.
She's got the confidence of an upperclassman. And she gets a point on the, she gets an ace on the serve. So cutting into Westwood's lead, and it's going to be a timeout called by Westwood. And I think it was the right time for the timeout there. Getting late here in the third set. Wolverines looking to get the clean sweep. Not only is these timeouts good times to have a conversation about calming them down, all that, it's also good to get a quick rest, quick breather. They've been running around a little bit, which is, they've been playing a lot of good defense. So also good combinations. Who are the players you want to send out to start, after the timeout as well? What kind of rotation? Or do you have to go with whoever's out there?
There's only specific substitutions you can make. It's
Yeah.
not like you're going to make mass substitutions, and you have to do it at certain times.
Yeah.
But one thing that plays into calling that timeout when she did, when you call it any timeout, you're going to give the team a boost mentally.
Yeah.
So how much of a boost? So they just had a big ace, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So they're already kind of on a high. It's like when you call the timeout, it's not going to give them that much more of a boost,
No,
right?
no.
So a little bit strategic. I'm getting a little too deep into it, but all of it comes into play.
Hanna with the serve. Leiden at the net. Westwood able to keep the ball in the air. Fenton to Gennari. Holmesy blocked at the net or hit the net. Point for Sharon. 18-17 Westwood. So Sharon fighting tooth and nail to try and get the win in the third set. Westwood doing everything they can to keep it a clean sweep, and another point for Sharon. They're going to tie it up at 18.
And give the Sharon faithful some credit. There's some good representation for Eagles fans there across the way.
Yep. They got a good section, left side of the bleachers. They also have their local cable here covering the game, which is cool. They made the trip. Gennari send it right over. Leiden at the net, making it difficult.
Great dig there by Roney Sosteel.
Holmesy was looking for the near sideline. Volleyed over by Sharon. Gennari. Leiden. And great plays by Sharon. Westwood's putting these into open areas. And Sharon able to get a hand on it. Leiden at the net! And Westwood breaks the tie, 19-18. So smart. The timing on that ball coming over the net was so quick, and she already knew where to put it. The anticipation was spectacular on that kill. Holmesy on the serve. Holmesy with the dig. Leiden gets the point. Yes!
Hot hand.
Off the hand.
Run the hot hand.
Yes. Keep it rolling. Westwood 20, Sharon 18. And they're going to get a timeout called. So we will take a quick break, and we'll be right back after that timeout.
Westwood High School Sports, brought to you by Cadillac of Norwood, where luxury meets performance. And Arch Orthodontics, creating generations of beautiful smiles with expert orthodontic care.
Welcome back, folks. Coming out of the timeout, Westwood up 2018. Holmesy on the serve. Some big points from Leiden to give Westwood the lead and Westwood some momentum. Leonardi, Fenton with the dig. Leiden at the net. Roberts, a nice dig. Gennari able to get her hand underneath it, and Roberts sends it back over the net. At the front of the net, just tipped over by Sharon. And Westwood able to get it into a pocket. Was that Leiden again? Again! Livy Leiden. She's had huge points to not only break the lead, she's had the last 3 points to put Westwood up 3. And 4 away from set point match points. Serve coming from Holmesy. Greeley at the net, yes! Westwood 22, Sharon 18. They're fired up.
How can you not love that facial expression? I hope that we were able to see that.
The time of her life.
She was looking right at us.
She's having the time of her life with her best friends. See Eddie Martucci on the sidelines, jacked up. Love to see it. Gennari, Leiden with the tip at the net. Greeley sends it over. Nicely played by Fenton. Greeley again. They got Sharon chasing. Gennari. Chipped over by Sharon. Gennari with the set. Greeley looking to get a piece, hits the net.
Oh, so close to something miraculous, right? Holy cow, everyone on the left side here thought it was over.
They weren't quitting. You know what? Shout out to Westwood. They were any which way they could. I mean, we saw them kick a ball over the net last time.
We did, yeah.
It was remarkable. So Sharon gets the point. They have the serve, 22-19 Westwood. Leiden, yes! Leiden played huge deep into the third set for the Wolverines.
She gets extra dessert tonight.
Absolutely. Fired up. Playoff volleyball. I was going to say basketball. Playoff volleyball. Love to see it.
Oh, fired up too much.
Some power on that serve. Leiden's going to be subbed out. Roberts coming in. Wolverines are 2 points away from match point and a 3-0 sweep. Fenton, the reception. Greeley. Make it so difficult for Sharon to defend on these shots. Oh, great dig by Fenton. Greeley. Oh, Roberts with a terrific play. Sennel. Oh, just a little bit too far on the set attempt. That's going to put Sharon within 2. Westwood 23, Sharon 21. I love the communication, though. The Westwood players talking to each other, staying positive. They want this. Greeley at the net. Greeley gets a big point. 24-21.
Libby started it. Megan continued it.
Absolutely.
She's one of the people that I want to see involved whenever you get past 20 points.
Yes.
Like when you're over 20, you want Megan Greeley involved.
Yes. Got ice in her veins. Zanari serving on match point. Wolverines looking to get the point to get the win. Holmesy, the nice dig. Fenton over the net. She gets it! And the Wolverines get the clean sweep. 3-0 and get the win in the round of 32. So a big win for the Wolverines, opening night of the playoffs. They had a bunch of contributors and played some fantastic volleyball, both offensive side, defensive side, to come away with a 3-0 sweep. Classiness from the Sharon fans, congratulating the Westwood fans on their way out. But what a win for Westwood. It was a quick win. I feel like this game lasted about an hour and 15 minutes.
Very well done. Mission accomplished for the round of 32 for Westwood. They're going to get much more difficult as we move forward into the Sweet 16. From there, you're continuing to face people that you're not all that familiar with. But if the bracket holds and they are able to get through that Sweet 16 matchup, looming in that Elite 8 matchup is a road game against Hopkinton. But we talked about it a little bit during the match, Morgan, the fact that the girls know what their roles are.
Yep.
And through 18 regular season games, they have worked it out. And they know what they need to do to advance. So great job by you. Great job by Evan Cardamino tonight. Thank you so much for double duty, a double header, the field hockey game and the volleyball match. What a great day for Westwood. A great couple of days for Westwood. A win in football, a win in field hockey, and a win right here in volleyball tonight.
Winning combination. There's nothing better than the playoffs. And there's nothing better than when your team makes a run in the playoffs, and even better when they get another home game. So, Tom, hopefully get to see you again for another home game for Westwood coming soon. We'll probably know in the next day or so, when that will be.
Masconomet won. We're getting the report that Masconomet won. So
Masco won.
Masco wins. They advance to the Sweet 16. So that'll be the next matchup. It'll be Westwood against Masco, and that might be Monday. It might be Tuesday. Morgan mentioned it. Obviously, follow the social media feeds, WW Calls, Westwood Media Center, Westwood Living. We as a triumvirate will get you informed and keep you up to speed of who's playing when.
Absolutely. Well, folks, thank you for tuning in. Playoff coverage on Westwood Media Center. Big win for the Wolverines, 3-0 over Sharon. And we are looking forward to seeing you on the next one. So, folks, have a great night, and we will see you all soon.